Walks to the beat of his own drum. He wanted to play his match ASAP. But we're here on the other side of winners, which is two of the best players in Georgia, Harriet and KPAN. Both of them easy top 5 in the state.
Top 5. They're top. I'd say they're, well, without Baka, they're top 3 easy.
Yeah.
Honestly, the progression of players in Georgia goes like Drug Fox is on his own planet.
Yeah.
Baka's kind of on the moon. Like, seriously, no one's been able to take sets off of Baka other than KPAN one time last year, and then Harriet twice, I want to say, this year.
I took my very first set off of Baka when he first moved to Georgia, and I haven't beaten him since.
That's a very long time ago. Oh, and that is a dumpster.
Oh, wow. That was, what was that? The double dare?
That was that double dip, actually. KPAN not following double dipping rules, taking out Harriet very swiftly.
Yes, and this matchup is obviously, it can be difficult for Sheik in neutral. On this stage, I kind of feel like Sheik plays Falco really well. Obviously, the big difference comes in the way that they edge guard each other.
I think the other big difference. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that, you know, Sheik definitely has an issue getting edge guarded, but of like the top tiers, I feel like Falco is maybe the weakest at getting the hard edge guard on Sheik. Whereas like Fox can just like wave shine Sheik easy. Marth just like kind of juggles her a lot. Falco doesn't necessarily have like the death edge guard versus Sheik always.
Sure. Well, I think it's going to be mostly important to talk about like how platforms come into play with these two people in particular. Harriet is like incredibly good at shield dropping. Like,
yes.
That is like a main.
And this is UCF, so this is free for her.
This is like it's a quintessential part of her play, right?
Yes.
And that's why obviously she's going to like this stage a lot. Kevin is obviously, honestly, he can turn on the jets whenever he really wants to. Most of the time, he can zone out with lasers very, very well. In fact, I will quote Ian when he said Kevin probably has the best laser game, that he's one of the best laser games he's ever seen.
Yeah, definitely since like, you know, Lamb Chops and like Shizwiz, like I definitely put KPAN in that echelon of Falco players as far as lasers are concerned. He's really, really, really good with them.
And so it's going to be, wow, okay.
Just fell off, and I don't know exactly what happened there.
She can come back from that pretty easy. He's at 97%, but it is going to be up to him to just not get hit right now. But what I was saying to that note is like, can KPAN effectively counter the platform strategy of Harriet by staying safe and zoning her with lasers?
Yeah, that was a drop-off pivot laser. That was actually really, really sick. It looked like so innocuous, but that was really awesome by KPAN. And I think to be expected, this matchup is really close. Hopefully you can get away from that, and we're kind of back to a neutral situation.
Yeah, KPAN really needed to get back into neutral because he was being taken for a ride there.
Yeah. Oh, wow. The forward tilt whiff during the roll. Falco, I guess, was too low to the ground at the end of his animation. Or too close to Sheik at the end of the animation. One or the other. And just get away from there. Invincible Sheik, bad.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, I thought that forward air was going to hit. I like the idea of him trying to follow up with forward air. Ooh, really good air dodge by, HT.
I don't know if he was trying to feint getting onto the ledge or not, if he just failed to get onto ledge. But if he was feinting, that's just like freaking
He kept it ambiguous, which is the most important thing,
Very
right?
intelligent.
Like, sometimes you even go for that stuff, like, as a player, I know, like, if I'm, like, going to, like, be ambiguous about going to ledge or going to stage, I'll do it in a way where it's ambiguous for even me, right?
Right now, it's really important for okay.
Ooh, really, really
All
good.
Right, there you go. What I was going to say is it was really important for Kevin to take that match because, like, in a situation where it's like last hit, last stock, he can get tilted if he loses.
Yes.
Right.
This is definitely going to put him in a better mentality.
We've seen it against him and Wizzy almost every time they play. Even though like he stays very solid, like just having that slight mental tilt can really put you off.
Yeah, it's just it can go downhill quickly.
And if you're off even marginally, that can be the difference between you winning the next game or losing.
Indeed. I was going to say the way that match ended, I really liked how he wave dashed back in order to set himself up for a double jump back air, but he fast fell first. So he started off lower, and when he did his double jump was able to come out at a point where he was much lower to the stage than what he would have done if he would have just back aired like from the stage, right? He was able to cover more area immediately around the ledge
Right.
by fast falling and dipping down solo for that back air, for that double jump back air.
But it's a little riskier, right?
Yes, it is definitely risky because if she calls it out, she can just, honestly, I feel like she can just throw out a neutral air while falling down and just kind of like stop it before it even starts, right? But we're on to the next match here. Oh, excellent. I think that was a whiff punish off of forward tilt or something. I don't know, but we're getting back to that situation. Good punish to get Sheik back off the stage.
Oh, no. That's bad.
Oh,
my goodness.
The wall tech was so good, but still Harriet, great concentration, not letting go of that edge guard until the very end.
All right, it's very important, right? Okay, good. I was going to say, it's very important for him to get that out of your mind, you know? Like, he did give up that stock for free, but
he's right back in it.
As Mango says, you know, if you do something stupid, you SD, just say, he says, I think 2 words, didn't happen. You don't let it phase you. You don't let it snowball into you losing the next stock because you were tilted.
Yeah, rather than thinking about, oh man, I could have been, I could have had such an advantage. Like, you have to think to yourself, all right, it's even. This is good. Like, you know, if you're at least keeping it even, you're still putting yourself in a position to win.
But he wasn't even. He actually gave up the stock at like.
Well, I mean, I'm saying after he got the back air.
Right.
So, and he's right back to having a significant lead, honestly. We'll see if he's able to tack on enough percent to really. Oh, he got caught out of his double jump there. That was not good. Really dangerous. He was trying to use the platform, try to get away from Sheik. He had lost a lot of stage position being on the left side with his back to the ledge. And I think he was just trying to bring himself back in a way that he would be better positioned. But he used his double jump really riskily, and it bit him in the ass.
It is to note that the 2 stocks that Kevin has lost, he's lost to some sort of goofiness. Like, you know, it isn't necessarily like Harriet's super outplaying. It's more so like her capitalizing on something kind of silly he did, right?
Well,
so
I think that last stock Harriet did really well in cutting off a lot of options from KPAN, and then in turn putting himself really messed up there. Guarantee Harriet tried to drop off with a bear, but KPAN was able to get the kill. That previous stock though, Harriet did a really good job of cutting off his options, putting him into like the corner of the stage, and then calling out that double jump when KPAN was risking it all to establish neutral again, right? So, I mean, yeah, maybe not like, you know, what you would normally see during a game, but I think it wasn't cheese or anything like that. I really thought that was good on Harriet. That first stock, obviously, when he got underneath Battlefield was rough, but that's definitely something that KPAN, you know, could have potentially gotten tilted over. But we're back to an even game here, and, you know, KPAN, for all of like the ground that he's given up in that he could have had a bigger advantage, has still kept a steady lead. He still had control of this game the entire time.
Right.
So, I mean, I still feel like this is a win in his head, and it should be a win. It should be what he considers a win. Get away from there.
I was about to say, get away from the ledge. Like, yeah, you're right. And actually, that's very like iconic of his games, that he will hold the momentum for a long period of time and then end up losing in the end. Which is like a demon he's been fighting for a very long time.
Yeah, and that just comes with the experience of playing in like tournament, and you know he's not new to the game. He's been playing since like 2012, I want to say, but even so,
okay,
you get better and better in those high stress situations. He was able to
get a nice shot of Dusk in there. Not the one commentating, but a nice juicy picture of Dusk.
Right, the hat's so cute. This guy. This guy took my thunder, man.
We got a player tag coming.
GCN!
Yo, Mojo?
Claw, Days,
Mojo?
RTV.
Arc?
Ike.
Arc?
401K.
401K.
That's my favorite random tag in the entire game. It's like, yo, dog, check out my fat retirement plan, dog.
All right, so Harriet goes to Yoshi's probably because of like the ability to kill Falco like quicker. But however, that's a double-edged sword because like this is kind of Falco's playground sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. I feel like specifically against KPAN, this is a really good choice because KPAN's biggest strength is going to be his laser game and how he plays in neutral. So I think picking a smaller stage where Harriet can cut off a lot of those options for KPAN to run around and establish, you know, safe lasers and, you know, like good place to auto-cancel Bear. Harriet can kind of press the situation now. She's able to use platforms to actually apply pressure rather than hold her own ground, right? And good job shielding that and getting the grab where we've got the tech chases going. Missed the dash back on there.
For a long time, like when I see Kevin on this stage, it was clearly the stage he was most comfortable on. It was the stage he would pick specifically to style on people.
Ooh, really good wave dash back to ledge hog.
I was just saying that sort of play has kind of dwindled over time as Kevin has gotten more solid just in like the game overall. That was back when like Kevin was 7th on the PR. Now he's technically 2nd with Baka out, and that was just greedy.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Risky, but I mean he's down. He might have to make some risky plays in order to get back. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Right.
The slip off Vanish was actually really good. It was optimal there.
Fairly sick.
Covered the ledge, so KPAN couldn't grab the ledge, and it popped him up perfectly in order to get the kill off of sweet spot back air, I believe that was. And the tech chase is messed up.
I liked the roll, the delayed roll right there. Especially after conditioning for the tech in place like twice.
Yes.
But this is looking pretty grim for our boy KPAN.
For our feathered hero, yeah.
Okay. But that's okay. He's got 2 counter picks in his advantage.
That's definitely true. Where do you think he goes?
I think he either holds Pokemon Stadium or he'll go Pokemon Stadium now.
I say FD. No, wouldn't FD be the logical choice?
He might go FD. Oh, but wait, it's KPAN.
It's KPAN, so he's doing a salty run back.
Actually, I take it back. He's not going to go Pokemon Stadium at all. If he loses this, he'll probably just go back to Yoshi's.
He probably will.
I
don't like the idea.
I've never agreed with. But actually, you know what? No, in recent days, he's actually not been doing that. Like, he will maybe the first game go back to the same stage, but he actually will like counterpick a stage that he wants to in the end. So we'll see.
Wow. Man. You see, he tried to do that same thing. He'd been dipping down with that fastball and then doing shine turnaround back air the entire set, and finally Harriet was ready for it, and that's the risk. That's what happens when you get hard called out on that.
Forward smash.
So yeah, that was really good punish, and
actually,
we're back.
I wonder if she could have survived if that hit forward. I'm not sure. 110 with good DI.
Yeah, it would have been an edge guard situation.
Like they're at the other end of Yoshi's. Anyway, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, you would have been in an edge guard situation at that point anyway. KPAN doing a really good job.
Oh, that up hit.
Yeah, that might have worked out even better though. He got more % than what he would have gotten before. I don't know if the down smash kills.
I think he was looking for the kill though.
Yeah, well, I don't think it would have killed, though. It wouldn't have been a guaranteed kill. If he would have been able to get the kill off of the combo, because he got a couple of extra hits, he could have gotten the kill if he had been prepared enough for it. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. And, I mean, he's up a stock right now, so maybe going back to Yoshi's is a good idea.
Maybe. Kevin is more of a cerebral player. He does like to download his opponent.
Yeah, and, I mean, maybe he thought he was just like, you know what, maybe I did get too stocked. But I know X, Y, and Z... from
Harriet
the
just kind of
other game. Go ahead.
I was just saying Harriet kind of just ran over him. Like he didn't really have too many chances to like take stocks or zone or anything really. She just like played super well.
Yeah, and this is starting to get away from Harriet. She better get that. Yeah, the dash attack forward air will do it.
Yeah, but she's got to be careful because she's at 104 and I think a forward smash would have just killed her.
Yeah, I wonder about that. Oh, got the stage spike and that'll do it. And now KPAN's up a full stock. He has to be feeling good about himself at this point.
No, you got to be careful though around Harriet. You can't get too.
But Falco definitely puts you in a position. Ooh! Oh, charge the forward smash. I like that. And use the invincibility for the ledge in order to get that crispy shine off ledge. Oh man,
oh my
KPAN's playing optimally.
Oh, and the
optimalness.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Kevin, you're so sick.
Just like KPAN's going to come out with another combo video.
Oh
it's just going to be KPAN, a history of violence.